We got to this one address. I said, this one goes around back. He went around back, drove off, left them right at the stop.
That was after getting hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
I ended up drinking 24 Bud Lights in about 48 minutes. Drunken nomad stumbles out and ready to hit me going 30 miles an hour.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on another episode of All in the Delivery. This is episode 128. Guys, before we get going, I should have did this before I even cued the intro music. But first, we got to give a quick shout out to our Patreon subscribers. God, we appreciate them so much. Shout out to Tony, Starla, Sam, Luke, and Jacob. Thank you guys for your continued support. Like Luke and I always say, it means the world to us. And if you want to become a Patreon subscriber, go to patreon.com/AITDpod. Join the Patreon family over here. And the Luke will be, I was about to say the Luke will be in the episode description. The link will be in the episode description. But the Luke, the Duke, Nomad, is my co-host. You guys know him down in West by God, Virginia. How the hell are you, buddy?
Well, dude, I'm glad. You know why you forgot to do the intro stuff? Because as you're hearing this, we just completed the December episodes, guest episodes, and we have 3 good ones for you guys. So I'll be excited.
Hell yes.
Be excited when we get to do that. But I was saving this because I wanted to make sure I didn't say it twice, because I was fucking stewing at the end of the day, dude. End of the week. I told you this before. You haven't heard this yet because I wanted this to be an organic response. So we were double banging the final 2 episodes of the year till we do the Christmas live. And so Dave had a helper, and I've got stuff in the country because apparently I'm not running residentials in my area anymore, and I'm assuming PVDs probably have it, and that's fine. I don't mind it. I like the area that I'm at, and but I don't have very good service. So I sent you a voice message. I didn't know we had late air. So I wasn't sure how much air I would have. So we were going to try to start a little bit earlier tonight because we were doing the final guest episode and doing the episode for Monday here. So Dave ends up calling me, and I'm assuming because you were probably checking in to make sure, because I didn't know how much air I had. I just sent him a voice message like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be I might be out late. And so as you were calling me, dude, I'm elevated. So when I'm elevated high up, I have service and shit for a little bit. But as you were calling me, I'm backing down this fucking mountain, narrow ass road with this fucking bitch in her car with her lights on, just going forward, making it perfectly clear that she ain't going back up. And I'm sorry, I wasn't going to say fucking bitch, but I was pissed. Dude,
Tell us how you really feel.
This isn't a misogynist. This would have been a dude, I would have said a fucking dickhead. So don't take it for anything but what it is. It was just, I know they didn't really have anywhere to back up to, but they're just in a way smaller vehicle. Dude, it's dark. And the weird thing is like, it kind of just almost fate had this fucking happen, because I put this in the docs, and I'll go ahead. I'll tell this story in a little bit, but this I have history with this road. I damn near thought I was going to get shot the day before my wedding on this fucking road. It's deep. It's deep out there. It's tucked away, and it's a one lane. It's narrow. So I get my pickups and shit done at 5 o'clock, and I go out and I have this one section left, and I'm like, as I'm getting to it, I'm going to do 2 stops ahead of it that are alongside the main road out there. But in my head, I'm like, no, I need to do this while I still have a smidge of daylight left. Because while the roads aren't covered or anything, this is just a narrow road, and it's not like it's paved. That, it's fucking a shit road, dude. So I was like, I'm going to go out there while I still have a little daylight. Had I went and delivered those first 2 stops, I could have avoided this, but I'm just going up, and it's dark enough that I can see headlights. And I'm like, okay, I'm up here pretty far. They're going to fucking stop. And then when I realize they're not stopping, I'm like, so I got to back down. What the fuck can I do? And the leaves are everywhere. It's muddy, dude. I'm not sliding like I'm on ice, but dude, when you're backing up, you got that big fucking the ditches and shit. I've barely got any light, and I've got this fucking car just fucking right up on me, and she finally stops.
Beaming their headlights right in your eyes, probably.
She finally stops because I fucking tell I'm like, stop. I'm going back, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, I fucking hate you. I hate you. Then my cup holder lights up, and it's Dave calling me. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm about to go fucking barrel rolling over this fucking mountainside because this fucking little whatever car it was. Dude, I was so mad, and I was just stewing, dude. I was like, why the fuck do I even? But then I was like mad that I had this section, but I was happy earlier because I could take my break at my house. But yeah, dude, it was just like I didn't get a chance to tell you that. And that's when I didn't answer when you called earlier. That's what I was doing, just inching.
It's okay.
Inching down this mountain. But other than that, the weekend had okay. I forgot to ask you, how was your helper?
All right, let's just get into it, shall we? So I had my first helper of the season today on the Friday as we record, Friday, November 22nd. It was the first time I had a helper this season, and my supervisor calls me. One who was also my supervisor at the time when I left my helper on the side of the road, which if you are a longtime listener, you know the story. So my supervisor calls me and is like, hey, you have a helper today. Did you see the paper? Like, I already left the building, all right? And he's like, oh, yeah, did you see the paper? I was like, yeah, dude, I saw it, man. I got the helper phone. I got the paper there with it. We're all good. All right, cool. And he said, but I just want to give you a heads up, though. He is a little bit more on like the heavier side, so he might be, not as quick. And I said, so what you're telling me? He's like, yeah, he's gonna, he might be a little slow. And I said, so what you're telling me is, you don't want me to leave him on the side of the road. And I could hear it in his voice. He wanted to laugh. He wanted to. But he probably couldn't. Like, there's probably another supervisor or center manager sitting right next to him. Like, I could tell he wanted to laugh so hard at it. Because he was like, he was like, yeah, right. It's like, I could hear it in his voice. Like, he wanted to laugh so hard. But I mean, dude, like the helper was good though. Like he had like long strides. Like as he's walking, like he has like a big stride. So I mean, dude, we did absolutely fine as a team. So hey, go and bang out the next day.
Hey, big people. As a big person myself, we can be deceptively fast, but I always got to shout out Jose Rodriguez because his one-liner with his helper with the brass knuckles story when he said he was a few fries short of a Happy Meal. I fucking laughed so that I laugh. I might laugh harder at that part than the actual fucking brass knuckles part. But yeah, dude,
But yeah, it was good though.
Good.
It was good. Yeah, totally. It was a good way to end the week, getting done a little earlier than normal, if you will. And hey, peak season's right upon us, man, you know?
Well, I got another surprise for you. I might actually be working tomorrow. But
you're out of your mind.
I knew you were going to say that, and I was like, "There's an organic response too," because I hadn't. So they sent a message, and then they were like, "What? How did it go?" They said, "Do you?" They said, "Would you happen to want to volunteer for Saturday? Pretty pleased with sugar on top. Santa's making a list." So
shut the fuck up. They did not say this.
No, they did. They
Come on.
I was like, "This is a good one." So I said, I said no at first because I hadn't talked to Ashley. If they ask me on a Friday, like I have to make sure because Willow's been. She had a rough week. I didn't want to I knew I was going to be home, so I knew we could talk and stuff. But like in my mind, I was thinking, man, next week's like Black Friday and stuff. I said, I've had a pretty good week because I've been scattered. I've actually got some hours and I was planning on working next Saturday anyway. And I said, if I do them too, but so they end up messaging me back and say they'll call if they need me. So I talked to them this evening, and it was more they were just seeing for call-offs, but they don't want to use anybody with the 6 punch yet, so they don't really want us to work. There's a few people ahead of me, so they may not call, and if they do call and I'm not feeling up to it, there's people below me that signed up, so I don't have to if I don't want to in the morning. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll end up fucking rocking that boat because we'll get done recording tonight, and it's later in the evening, and then like my daughter will wake me up at 3 a.m. or something, and then UPS will call me at 7 and be like, "Hey, man,
we saw you volunteer. You want to work?" Yeah, I thought about it. And I talked it over with Danielle, and I don't know, dude. Like maybe if my kids were older, maybe if my kids were in their teenage years and shit. But there's my weekends are the only time I get with them. I know. And so that's like, that's why. And they tried giving us like the speech. At
I'm
the
sure
PCN
they fucking
this
did.
morning about if we could get the best attendance that we can on a Saturday and Monday, it's gonna really help us out in the long run. It's best to have the best attendance. So just
basically,
and then we get the message today: "Are you available to work Saturday, this November, whatever it is, 29th or whatever day it is?
Yeah.
Please respond yes or no, quick." I had a quick no, very quick no. But yeah, dude, it's just, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's only my whole thing with my original plan was to work. The only reason I was with working next Saturday is because we'll be getting time and a half on Friday all day. You're working because it's a paid holiday. So my original plan was to work that one. Then the following one, I was not going to work, and I may not do another one. It depends how much if we get our stuff done early. But I had thought with this one, I was thinking solely Christmas stuff. But I understand what you're saying. Like I get it. It's like it's decisions everybody has to make in their own way in what they feel is best. But yes, I will say right now, I do not plan on working every Saturday this peak season. I'm probably going to work. If they call in the morning and I'm not feeling great, I'm not working. I wasn't planning on working. The only thing I thought is if I did work that one and work the following one, then I was like, I might not work another one in December because that'd be fucking. I was like, if we're busy, that's the thing. Like, if we stay busy during the week, I'm not as obligated or feel like the Saturdays before when people were barely working 8 hours a day, and I'm like getting like less. I'm working less hours working 6 days a week than I am working 5 certain times of the year. Like I think a lot of drivers too, and that's still a thing. Like with cutting routes, people get used to having extra spending money during the holidays as well. And when you're making less during the fucking holidays than you do the rest of the year, but there's a certain point where overtime just gets taxed and it's not worth fucking doing it. So if we're busy during the week, I'm definitely not going to fucking work Saturdays because there's no point to, other than it's like you could have say, oh, it goes more towards extra in your 401k, but fuck, that's fucking years from now. You know what I mean? Who gives a shit? Most of that money you're going to be able to spend in the moment gets fucking taxed, actually. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, if I can get a certain amount, I'm not going to say my number because I'm not going to fucking put that out there and then have somebody hear it be like, hey, I heard what Luke said, he'll fucking just try to dispatch. But if I get to a certain number, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't fucking, because I've been there. I've worked fucking 60 hours before.
Yeah.
I know fucking difference. I've seen enough.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I totally understand why you don't want to, and I get it. Yeah.
That's it. Word. That's what's going on this week. What's going on later on December 21st, we are hosting our 3rd annual Christmas Live. We will be posting all the links for that stuff all over our social media, so be on the lookout for that. We're aiming for that Saturday, December 21st at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hop on, try and get a few past guests on, all that good stuff, just to come in and say hello. So come join us, drink your eggnog, whatever you're drinking, and cozy up by the fire and turn on all the delivery.
Make sure you put the earmuffs on the kids.
Well, hopefully they're in bed by 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Well,
But,
I mean,
unless you're on the West Coast. Shout out to our West Coast listeners. You guys know who you are. Love you all.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Did you see that link that I sent you in the podcast page?
Yeah.
Because this, I want to bring this up again. With if you've been listening to episodes weekly, as this comes out, we'll have the following episode after this one will be pre-recorded, and I do not believe it is mentioned that it'll be that week. It'll be that Thursday of December 5th, 5 p.m. Eastern time, when we'll take the moment of silence for Frank Ordonez. And I'd kind of went into a little more detail of what happened with Frank. I believe it was last episode. But there, RJ, shout out to RJ, Porno Parcel, sent me. He's the one that sent me that. And so there is footage now. I guess they did a story. I didn't see, I'm assuming that's probably a news station in Florida. But they I think that gives further evidence that all the lawsuits have been settled, and like I was saying, I was hoping that could all be behind them now and everybody is good. I'm assuming I don't I have no idea what the amount of any kind would be, but I figured now that all that is in the past and done, that that's why this is all being released. I don't know. I'm just, that's a pure guess. But it's footage, it's body camera footage, and pretty chilling stuff of the day. It actually showed him delivering on a camera of a house, and it just, man, it really it made it kind of just, I mean, if you watched it when it happened, it really made you relive the moment, and like, it was really holy shit. But it just but you know, I still would like to reach out. So if there's ever anybody that listens to message the podcast page, because I wouldn't know how to get a hold of his brother now. I know I spoke to his brother through email, and I mean, that was almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I would like to. I would like to. You know, hopefully his girls are doing good, and it just makes you wonder. But but yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern, December 5th. We'll probably post a little bit, a little bit that week about it. I know I will on my page as well. But
definitely,
yeah. If you, if you want to look at that look at that story on YouTube, I didn't see what the link would be, but it's. I mean, I'll just say it's. It's hard. It's hard. It's rough to watch. But I just, I know it's always a thing. I hate to, like, it's hard to move forward from that, talking about it, but I still feel like it deserves, I feel like why it hits me so hard is because that happened in 2019. And then, like, so I get on Instagram in 2018, and I don't really do like what I do now. I was just taking pictures. Then I wasn't really doing the nomad delivery guy. I didn't know any drivers. Then I just started making I started the idea of making videos, and then I'd met Bobby. Ashley actually had messaged Bobby through, I don't know, I guess it might have been through Instagram or Facebook or whatever it was. And that was how I got connected. And like, because I was already kind of doing videos, I feel like, but I wasn't really, I was staying away. I was purposely kind of staying away from like, I was staying away from drivers, honestly, in a weird way, because I was kind of paranoid. I didn't know, because the only videos I'd seen were like Bobby's videos. Yeah, right. But because like I would see like the Bobby's helper video that he had on Facebook or something, and it was always like G-rated, and then here's me out here being fucking everything who I am. So I didn't, like, at first I was kind of paranoid and scared, and I didn't know how I would kind of fit in. So Ashley, I'd gotten in a fucking, when I had that rollaway story when I jumped in and like it broke like one piece of the fence because I couldn't stop it in time, and fucking she had talked to him, and he had fucking shouted me out on Instagram and said something like along the lines of, mistakes happen, just tell him work from it. And I was like, how the fuck did he know this? Like, I'm thinking, who the fuck does he know that has this? I had no idea it was Ashley that actually talked to him. But so I get plugged into the cardboard community probably. I'd met drivers and stuff. I'd really only been involved for maybe a little over a year. And then it wasn't just like, I didn't know, I had never messaged or I never talked to, Frank Ordonez, but I just like seeing the footage and seeing all that, and not only putting yourself in that situation, but also like all these people that I had now like met in the cardboard community. I just like that had families and, you know, or married or just, you know, just sons, daughters. And like, I just started thinking, I was like, God, like, what if that happened to one, like somebody I knew on, you know, and it just like really, I don't know, man. And but that's why I've always like, it's a hard thing to bring up, but it's something that you just want to, you know, it's just like it's just more, you know, it's a memorial, but it's just like, I just, you know, we just want to keep, it's now, this will be 5 years going, and it just, you know, we'll keep, as long as we're doing the podcast, when it comes to, you know, to the time that it was, we'll always remember it. But yeah, maybe I'll post the link to that YouTube thing on my page or something. But yeah, it's check it out if you want. But
absolutely.
Anyways, I was trying to think. There was more I kind of wanted to get into, just with since this is going to be until the Christmas live, that this will be kind of the last live episode, and then we can get into the question of the week and stuff, and like just to reflect on it, man. We ironically we came back in the same month that we started, I think, or the same month we released the first episode, and we had some guests on. We've done some episodes, and
hell yeah,
we got 3 solid guest episodes. All three are new. They're all new. I don't know if they're new listeners per se, but they're new guests, and they'll start off. You'll start off next week with Jonah, and it'll be good. And that's the thing that just makes that always brings me in to wanting to keep doing this and having fun doing it. But man, I feel like we've had a pretty good run starting back up, and here's the 2025, man, and we've got fucking, you know, anybody on board, anybody that wants to come on board, you know, it's been so far it's been pretty smooth, but I'm definitely looking forward to having a break and having the hiatus. So this won't be a hiatus. This is not a year and a half.
It's a break for us from recording, but
yeah, it's a break from us.
Still
from
episodes
recording.
Every week for you guys.
Episodes will still be released. Yeah. It's a personal hiatus, but yeah, it's but you know, it just I was kind of worried, man. I didn't know, like, finishing the last one tonight and having everything ready, man. It feels good knowing we can still do it, and we didn't have to do anything really fucking crazy since we've came back. Like, dude, we talked about all the shit we did before, and I think now, just knowing that, but you know, we still have the drive to do it. We still try to get it done. So as long as I don't know, man. It feels good moving forward. So I hope everybody that's been listening that comes on, for old listeners and new, man. I'm looking forward to try to have, you know, I don't think the format, we're never going to change the format again. We'll revolve it around, we'll keep it, you know what I mean? I think if anything, we'll have to figure out scheduling of some sorts, but dude, 2025 seems to be, it'll be a good year moving forward. And I mean, it's weird saying that because I know when you hear this, we're going to be in Thanksgiving week, and I guess that was because was that the question of the week? The Thanksgiving, was that the
question? Yes.
Well, before we get into the question of the week, I just have I gotta say this Thanksgiving story because I don't like I will never forget because being an adult, it's funny when you watch when you watch I'm just gonna laugh because I love my dad, and my dad doesn't have social media. He's pretty private. It's not like I ever want to. I look up to him very much, so I don't like to bust his balls, so to speak, ever. But this was so funny because you just watch your dad bury himself, and I'm saying this as like somebody that's married. So last Thanksgiving, that's what Dolly Parton had the halftime show at one of them games. You remember? Dolly was on there. So, she had the cowboy outfit on. Oh, one of them games, the fucking Dallas game. Yeah, she had that fucking Cowboys. She had that Cowboys cheerleaders fucking thing on. So we're all watching it, and I made a video about this because it was like, I know every fucking household, somebody Googled fucking how old Dolly Parton was. And so my dad, he fucking comes up by stepmom. He's like, honey, come in here. And however old she was, I can't remember. She was 77 or 76 or something, whatever she fucking was. And my dad's like sitting there with his big eyes. And so he's like, his eyes are all big. He's like, she's 70, whatever years old. And then my stepmom's like, yes, she said it in a funny but not she was supposed to be impressed. And I was like, oh, Dad, man, you just buried yourself. And I was laughing so hard because I was thinking, that'd be like me watching TV or something and seeing I don't know, fucking whoever would be like, Ashley would be like, look at this fucking girl. And I was like, oh, it's just funny watching my dad do it. And but I think there was a lot of old men that night that relived because she looked good. God, she's fucking 70. She's almost 80. She's almost 80 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say plastic surgery or whatnot. She had body seat on. You can, whatever you want to say. She's out there fucking. Most of us were fucking taking a nap. I was. I wasn't out there fucking performing, man. So I don't. Dolly fucking. I mean, you can never question. She's the older she. I mean, dude, you've seen Dolly fucking Parton in her prime, I'm sure. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so yeah, I can't see a Thanksgiving halftime show stealing it this year like she did, but I just wanted to throw that one in there because I always make me laugh because the Dolly Parton halftime show. my dad saying it, I was like, I wonder how many fucking husbands just fucking buried themselves like I just watched my dad do with my stepmom. It was fucking, but
oh yeah. Yeah, dude, it's funny because I feel like everybody has I don't know, these sort of different Thanksgiving memories, and there's one there. I'm sure everybody has a Thanksgiving memory, whether it be good, bad, hysterical.
Just do yourselves a favor and just don't talk about politics. Just don't ruin it before it gets started.
Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. No, it's I feel like mine, for instance, if we're gonna talk about Thanksgiving memories, mine for instance is my family used to go to my aunt and uncle's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas on my dad's side. This is one of my dad's sisters. And there was always something because it was one of those TVs. This is back in the 90s. So it was one of those tube TVs that sat on the floor where it was down low. Real down low. And I always remember the football game being on. Yeah, I always remember the wood stove being right to my right there, in the living room, just the smell and everything like that. And then, my aunt, my mom, my other aunt, they're all in the kitchen cooking, getting food ready for everyone. And it's just I feel and for some reason, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of that memory. I don't know why, but it's just one of those things.
It's so I Well, I guess because being a kid, we were always, but now, like, as an adult, it's hard, like, it's hard to get everybody together at some point because everybody's like, we're going to, I think the evening for us, we're going to be at my in-laws in the afternoon and go over there in the evening to my parents. But yeah, I've always have good memories of Thanksgiving, just with, like you said, just with food and, oh God, sweet potato casserole. It is something to, fuck me, man. That is a good. I hope I don't think my family listens to the podcast. If they do, hopefully it's not around. Well, I guess it's funny for me to say it. My oldest nephew is 16, so I'm sure he's heard I'm sure he's heard the word fuck before. But no, my stepmom makes some amazing sweet potato casserole that normally she makes 2 of them at this point now because they just get housed. But no, it's just good to get it. Awesome. It's good to get everybody together, and it's good to be, if you have a tradition with it. And a lot of people have Friendsgiving, if you don't have family, or if you don't have, and sometimes people don't, unfortunately, there are people that do not get along. And if you don't, there's one thing, don't put yourself in any situation that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. So I will also say that if you don't feel obligated to go somewhere if you don't feel like it, but hopefully you resolve them issues you would have. But I hope hopefully I don't dude. There's football on all day. We go back to work and we'll get time and a half all day. It'll be all right. Take the sting off of it. I'd still rather have the day off, though. I mean, have a 4-day weekend before peak would be fucking incredible.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't want to make us go through the whole, like, what are you thankful for thing. I don't know. I find that, like, cheesy, even though, like, obviously we know what we're thankful for. Everyone's first answer is like, a home, my family, my kids. Anyways. Right. So we don't have to do that. But so I didn't want to post that question. It crossed my mind when I was going to think about the question of the week. I was like, this is going to be the Thanksgiving episode. And like, should I post the question of the week being, what are you thankful for? I didn't want to do that. So we switched it up. But before we get into the question of the week, I actually posted a story on there, and I thought it'd be just a little something fun to do. And I asked everybody, which do you prefer? Do you prefer turkey or do you prefer ham? And it was actually it's not as close, maybe. Okay, turkey won by 59%. The other 41% was ham. And I got some messages like, why didn't you have an option for both? Then, stuff like that. Like, I get it, but I wanted you to make a choice. So that's why
we're
not
throwing up softballs here.
No. Right. This is the wrong podcast for that. But, Luke, turkey or ham?
For the holiday, I would have to say turkey, but overall, dude, it's ham for me.
Okay.
I mean, so I'd probably take both. Saying that, but if you were asking me to prefer one, overall, it's ham. Definitely ham.
Right. Okay, but for the feast, for Thanksgiving, you do prefer turkey.
I mean, I just feel like, it's just, it kind of goes with it. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have white meat turkey for sure.
There you go. I should have asked the question, do you prefer white or dark meat?
I know. I love that. God, my porno mind just fucking goes right. Like, I hope RJ's listening to this. I hope RJ's listening to this somewhere and laughing because I just fucking, I always sit there. That would have been, yeah.
So, anyways,
that would have been an amazing fucking answer for question of the week.
No, I do prefer turkey, and here's what I think. I think I prefer turkey like just regular, like over everything, but especially for Thanksgiving because, you know, you have your turkey. God, you have your mashed potatoes. You have your stuffing. Like, you just fucking mix them all together, man. Like, you know, you get a fork full of turkey, dip that shit in your mashed potatoes, some gravy. Ugh, I'm getting hungry now.
Dude,
It's just bam, 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 man. You can just load all three of those bad boys up on your fork and just shove them down the pipe.
It's true. Stuffing, man. Stuffing is probably one of my favorite things, and I can eat.
Yeah,
I can eat the generic stovetop shit, dude. It doesn't matter. I'll eat a bunch of that, but
fuck yeah.
But yeah, my sister-in-law and her family's coming in, and it'll be good to see them because they live in Indiana, so we don't get to see them all the time. And her oldest son, he has got his permit. It's crazy, dude, because I've been in like it's wild with my family too, because my oldest nephew's driving, and I've got another nephew that is he's a teenager, and like but like seeing them born, and like, you know, they're my sister's kids, my family, it's still shocking to see how fast they grow up. But because of, you know, like Ashley, like I'm like an in-law to them, like I'm an uncle, you know. I'm Uncle Luke. And I've been around, you know, these kids since because we've been together 12 years, and it just blows my mind that I'm like, dude, life moves fast, man. It's fucking, it's crazy that, you know, when we first started dating, like he was 3, you know. Now he's fucking driving a car. It's just fucking wild to me. Crazy shit.
It is, dude. Take every moment and just enjoy it, because those times fucking go by fast. So, all right. So sticking with the food theme, huh? Because that's what we do with Thanksgiving, right? We can get into the question of the week, shall we? Because I hope y'all ready to be hungry, because we're about to have a feast. Here we go. The question of the week this week was, what's on your plate on Thanksgiving Day? I want to hear what people have to say. You know, there might be some different kinds of foods that we never think about during Thanksgiving, you know? So this is why I asked it. So first one is Give Me More Cosplay from Give Me More Cosplay, past guest or upcoming guest. Soon to be guest. Soon to be guest. Give Me More Cosplay says sleep.
Nice. I'll take it. Yep. Yeah, sleep is good.
Yep.
Food comes.
Eric Erky32 says tamales.
Fuck yeah, man. I'd be down for that.
See? It's something I don't think people, at least I never thought about tamales on Thanksgiving.
Nah, it's fucking regions, man. I would love some tamales, because those are like, fuck, they're good.
Hell yes. The Henry Film Co. says ham, stuffing, mashed potatoes, a roll with butter. Oh, I forgot a roll with butter when I was talking about my plate earlier. Whew. Oh, boy, it sounds good. Finish the meal with some pumpkin pie. Oh, let me wipe my face off quick.
Fucking mess over here.
Jesus Christ. I mean, dude, can't go wrong with some pumpkin pie. Huh?
No, you can't. It's good. Mm-hmm. It is good.
It's good. I mean, I do prefer apple pie more. I'm more of an apple pie guy, or cheesecake. Oh yeah. But if we're talking apple and pumpkin, I fuck with the apple crisp. Like
what? Yeah, that's a winner too.
I know, just a little vanilla ice cream in a bowl with some apple crisp, and just warm apple crisp, obviously. Anyways, that got off topic. The next one is from Ruker54, says, too many deviled eggs, turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, green bean casserole, homemade rolls. Then to finish it off, a slice of homemade cheesecake.
Nice.
Dude, deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs.
Yeah, my sister-in-law makes some fucking amazing ones,
really?
dude. I could fucking fill up on them.
Just a little bit of the paprika over top of it, man. Just, golly. And cheesecake to finish it off. This one here is from PNW_UPS, man. Says, all the traditional Thanksgiving foods except turkey sucks. So I'm smoking a brisket.
Ooh.
Nice.
I mean, dude.
Good choice there, too.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat brisket for a while after I tried to eat a mound of it on a lunch break. And it fucked with me for about a day and a half, but it was good.
Hell yeah. What about you, Luke? What's on your plate?
Well, I kind of gave you the sweet potato casserole.
Yes, sir.
I'd probably go with stuffing, ham, white meat turkey. Dark if it's dark, whatever. I'd prefer white meat turkey. And we'll have noodles like, what the hell do you call those? Fuck.
Bow tie.
No, not really.
Rigatonis.
No. Like, oh, damn it.
Spaghetti.
Not spaghetti. We'll have, fuck me. I forget what they're called. But, dude, it'll just be a lot of stuffing, and I'm going to destroy a lot of it.
No, it's sick, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, on my... it's weird because I feel like I got to close my eyes to see the plate. Like, turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy...
But I hate to cut you off, but it's going to be a chicken, right? Because you're going to tell Xander it's a baby turkey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said, Mom, why can't we do... Hey, Mom, I want to do a turkey for Thanksgiving. My wife's like, I ain't cooking a fucking turkey. It's only going to be 4 of us. It's only going to be us 4. So I was like, get him a rotisserie chicken and tell him it's a baby turkey. But
baby
no, definitely,
turkey.
Definitely turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy all over 3 of those bad boys. I mean, definitely a roll with butter, a hot roll with butter. Oh my God. I can also, I'll fuck with a green bean casserole too. Shit. That sounds delicious. Your sweet potato casserole. Oh my God. I think everything everybody mentioned, I would put on my plate. Tamales.
Same.
Brisket. Fuck it, dude. Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, it's crazy that Thanksgiving week is here, man. It is hard to fucking believe.
Yeah.
And for those, you'll hear as this peak, is getting started. We were just talking with our, I guess we can go ahead. I mean, damn, we're going to hear them. We got Jonah Davison, the artist, a man who does amazing dust paintings on the back of EPS trucks, along with many other stuff. Give Me More Cosplay is going to be the second episode, and David Castro, UPS Maine, is going to be the final one. And they are all great episodes, and they're going to be
humans. Awesome.
Good people, and it's going to be, I feel I feel good for December. So, if you guys just take it for the drivers. Thankful. There you go.
Yes.
But like Dave said, and like we were talking earlier, they just stick to the contract, and you don't have to work the 6th day if you don't want to. Just remember that. No matter what they say to you, no matter how bad they want to, if you don't want to work it, if you want to make some extra money, that's on you. But if you don't, they cannot make you do that. So we gotta reiterate that, especially since this comes out pretty much right before, it really will
where
get busy.
They're going to try their tactics to get people to work. So.
Yeah. So I mean, they'll just remember that if you don't want to, but if you need to, or you want, like I said, you want to make some extra money. I'm not going to put a dollar amount on it publicly, but it's a fucking big chunk. So if you want to do that, don't be forced to. So you guys make the decisions for yourself.
That's right. Just a little bit of piece of some new information to you guys. If you're interested, so I ended up writing another Christmas parody. I know a lot of you guys have heard my other ones, but Cardboard Wonderland is going to be coming out November 29th, the Friday after Thanksgiving. So when everybody goes back to work, unless you're on vacation, unless you're one of those top seniority guys that get those vacation weeks, hey, throw that on, stream it. It'll be on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere really you get your music. It'll be on. So
that's the one that's Friday Black. That's the time and a half day, dude. I'm just gonna put it on repeat.
That's this Friday. Yes, that's right. Time and a half day. That's right. Money day.
Money day. Nice.
Awesome. Guys, listen. Thursday. Try not to think about this fucking place. All right? Enjoy your time with your loved ones, with your family, whatever you're doing. If you go to the movies on Thanksgiving, whatever it is, enjoy your time, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody have a happy holiday. Happy Turkey Day.
That's right. Guys, I'm Dave. My co-host Luke. Go follow Luke on Instagram. If you're new here, go follow Luke, our real nomad delivery guy. Follow the podcast at AITD Pod. Join the Patreon family. We get exclusive content. Come watch us as we record live, like we have a couple right now doing. You can find that link in the description of the episode. Patreon.com/AITD Pod. We are out of here. Everybody be safe out there this peak season, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Later, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.